Yes, sir. It is I, your boy from Bed-Stuy, and I greatly appreciate everybody tuning in for Don't F Up the Crime Scene, where me, special guests, will tune in and talk about our experiences on crime scenes and how to mess up the case. All right? So sit back and enjoy and holler back at your boy. Holla. What up, y'all? This is Katie Hurst at Big Time Speakers, and we're about to put it down for Don't Fuck Up the Crime Scene one more time. I got a awesome trio, the Michigan Trifecta. They are awesome. We're going to go through it. We're going to have a good time this morning. Let's get a sponsor out real quick before we go. Tomahawk Traps. Tomahawk Traps brought by Kyle Smith. Up there, if you need a live trap, call Kyle, and you can get a 10% discount anytime. If you mention my name, which is D.C. Hurst. My last name, H-E-A-R-S-T. That's D.C. H-E-A-R-S-T. That's Tomahawk Traps. That's one of our sponsors, and we're good to go. And coming to the stage, three wonderful dudettes. They hail up in Michigan. I just saw them a little while ago. We had a great time. They invited me up. We put it down for 2 days. It was like the bomb. And we got Shalene Polovich, we have Roxanne Polovich, and we have Carrie Brandon. And two of them is going to work for the city of Livonia, because I was about to say Lithonia, because we had it in Georgia. And the last one, Miss Roxy, Miss Maria Polo, she's at the city of Redford, and we're about to put it down. Coming with the experience, Shalene has about 30 plus. Coming up next going to be Carrie with about 10, something like that. And Roxanne, we're going to talk about 8. And they are all ACO certified. They're all NACA certified. They're all LETI. Ones, rep that real quick. LETI. And we're going to have a good time. So, dudettes, women of the field, and ACO extraordinaires. What's up?
Good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
How are we doing today?
We're busy.
Okay, everybody, somebody with that's coffee in that cup, right?
Yes.
Okay, because I know your ass. Okay. And I just saw them not too long ago. Like I said, I was invited up to do one of their conferences. We had a very, very good time. Awesome conversation back and forth. And we're going to put these questions around the board. And we'll start with, this is the Easy 8. It's the Easy 8 questions. And we talk about some other stuff on the back end. Oh, how was the class when we came up? Everything was good?
Great.
Excellent.
Okay. All right. What's the best thing you guys like about your job?
That it's different every day.
Yeah, you never know what to expect.
That's it?
All of it.
Yeah.
The chaos, the...
Well, I know your ass, dude. I mean, your ass
Who
trouble.
was that in class?
We like the crazy shit. We love it.
Okay. All right. Remember, we talked about that in class, but this is, a little different. This is going to be kind of like global. All right, just making sure. And Shalene, what about you?
There's a lot of aspects that I like about it. I like being able to train the younger officers. I like the fun part of the job, not so much the not fun part of the job, but it comes with the territory.
Politics.
Yeah, the politics.
The bullshit. I got you.
Yeah, the shit that comes with it.
I got you. All right, this goes out to you guys again. What is your favorite movie or book? Oh, okay. What you like the guys with no clothes on? What's going on?
Yeah, she does. Okay, so I'm the twist. I'm the Silence of the Lamb.
Okay.
I would go with This Is the End.
Oh.
It's a really funny comedy.
Okay. So we got comedy. We got somebody scandalous over here, and we have somebody thoughtful over there. Okay, we're gonna let that go. Next question, because your ass is crazy. What was your most interesting case? Start from left to right.
Oh, Shalene. Mine would have to be a monkey that bit the part of an ear, nose, and lip off, and we had to tranquilize it. And what I found was that monkeys pick up darts and throw them back at you.
Oh, wait. Did you hit it?
Yes, I did hit her.
Okay,
I hit her, and then she picked up the dart and threw it back, and it didn't go down because I used a really low dose because I was being cautious. And then she was hiding behind curtains and pillows, and she was harder to dart the second time.
What type of primate was it?
Parmesan monkey, about 19 pounds.
Okay, yeah, you go ahead with that. I would have got a broom. Okay, Roxy, my bad. Go ahead.
My favorite case to date was a case that I executed in one day. I got the complaint in one day. I pulled a search warrant within hours, and we removed all the animals. It was breeding case for presses. There were 7 presses chained in a basement. We came in like badasses. We got everything. All these presses were like covered in shit everywhere. They were bite trained. They were all aggressive.
What?
Yeah, it was terrible. 2 of them were pregnant. It was awful.
And they had the U-Haul in the driveway.
Yeah,
they were ready to go.
Their neighbor was like MSP officer, and they called me and they're like, listen, they know that we're going to complain. They're getting ready to transport these dogs out of state. You need to hurry up. And when I tell you it was like bing, 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 it was so quick and just so perfect the way we executed everything.
Well, did you have to get a warrant or you had exigent circumstances?
No, we got a search warrant. We got everything. We seized all of the animals in the house, everything, all the dogs. And then the dogs ended up having the puppies in the shelter, which was a whole nother thing. But was the best.
Did you include it on your warrant or unborns?
Oh,
Yes.
I know, right?
Yes. Yeah, you did good. All right, and did you get a conviction?
Yeah, we did.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
We got running a kennel, animal cruelty over the limit. Because, with me, I always throw enough shit that something's going to stick at the wall, no matter what.
So, I like that concept and everything. And Roxy is a badass and a hard ass. She has her vest on right now. I'm looking at her, I'm not going to mess with her too much, you know what I'm saying? She's Cobra Kai, you know what I'm saying? And Brandon, what you got?
Probably the African caracals. We had to go assist. She had 7 or 8 of them, and the last one she couldn't get in the flight kennel because she was getting kicked out of the city. And it attacked her when she tried to put it into the last flight kennel. So it was loose in the basement, and we went in, tranked it. It was very tactical. Even the chief for the city that Roxanne and I were going to assist was like, man, you guys are like in and out 20 minutes. Like,
It's
it
nothing
was such a
than,
smooth process. We had to have another department's chief of police be like, damn, like, y'all are good.
Nothing's better than looking like a badass, man. Like, on the news, we, came in with a rifle. It was fucking on.
The one thing I like when you take over when they call ACOs, come stuff like that, and your mom can, because she's been there the longest, she can say, the respect from going to dog catchers, animal control, to animal cruelty, you know what I'm saying, over the years. And the respect you kind of get now based on your performance when you come out. That makes sense?
Yeah, that's the best. When people are like, God damn!
Yeah.
It's like
little theme music.
With a lot of police officers, and you have to actually earn the police officers' respect. They don't always give it to you.
Yeah.
But once you actually do learn it, you have a well-oiled machine.
I've been doing it quite a while, and I learned how to ask questions when I get on the scene if I don't know, because I get the call to meet with police, and we don't know what the fuck that means. You know what I'm saying? And we get there like this, okay. And sometimes, you get out with the wrong equipment, because you just don't know. So I learned how to ask point questions like, okay, what's up? A, is this legal? You got a warrant? What's going on? Because I don't want to be a part of a lawsuit later on. You know what I'm saying? Because I love me some me. I'm not built for jail. I have a big ass, okay? So, but when I go out there, I do my best to say, okay, what's going on? Okay, I need you to do this. You need to do this. And a lot of officers, ACOs, and some ACIs don't take it over when they're supposed to. You know what I'm saying? They don't take charge. They kind of wait for the law enforcement officer say, well, what we doing? And it's your scene. You know what I'm saying? Go handle shit. You know what I'm saying?
My theory is, your part, I do my part. You don't do my part, I don't do your part.
Yeah, and
I'm out here to help you do my part.
Yeah, we always say stay in your lane if possible. But and then my thing is I need traffic control depending on what it is, and then I just need somebody to watch my 6 in case the owner shows up or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't worry about too much the animal. You know what I'm saying? I'm like this. Okay, I got this. But if the owner shows up, holler at them to stop them. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and it's second nature for the cops to call for backup on most calls. But then when we call for backup, they're like clueless. Well, what do you need me for? Why do you need me for? The same reason you need backup sometimes, just to have an extra set of hands in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah.
It's just to have that security of that extra person in the event you need them.
They're
clueless sometimes.
And we was talking about in service. I think it's vital that all the police departments and all ACOs, ACIs go do in-service with the police, sheriff, deputy, code enforcement, because there's a lot of things we can teach them, train them, and with the spot. Because the last thing you want to do, they go on a case and leave a dog there, and we don't know about it. And it's you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that's their bread and butter. They're going next month to school their police officers.
It's been a 3-year battle to get in-service training.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm lucky. My cops, they're like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just gonna call Roxanne. My phone is blowing up all the time. They're like, I don't want her to yell at me. I don't want to get in trouble. What do I do? Their cops don't call them at all.
You know, like I said, I was fortunate. I'm bringing one of my former instructors on tomorrow. I'm going to probably post him, Mark. I was always invited to come down there before I came to instruct at, a different state, to come in there. They gave me 30 minutes with the academy. So I had the newbies and I had the OGs in the back. And the OGs just said, hey, do your thing. So I have, I work for PowerPoint. So I would bring one of my dogs like that and show them the difference between aggressive, not aggressive, a dog that's well trained, and a dog that's fractious and stuff like that. Because a lot of officers will elevate to stop the threat with deadly force when sometimes it's not needed. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it is needed, but a lot of times it's like, okay, woosah, calm down, back out. Don't scare the animal off, and just call and wait for animal control if they're available. And then try to help them get over there quick, because we don't have flashing lights. We can't run lights. We can't do all that stuff they can do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well,
and our department has changed a lot. So our older guys are trained in the animal control, but we've had a big turnover in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
And our newer officers, they're great officers. They just haven't had the proper training.
Yeah. And this is why I think
after next month.
And the thing is, when I do FTO training or in-service training, or even when I train a trainer to do it, I try to make sure you being the instructor, keep everybody on point. Have little jovial times like that, everybody on point. Because sometimes the class can get away from you, okay? Because to me, if you teach military or law enforcement, you can teach anybody. Okay, it's 50-minute blocks, 10-minute break, and I said that when I came up to you guys. 15-minute, 10 minutes. Because we're wired different. We worked under law enforcement for how long? You know what I'm saying? So we understand, because they're like kids. They're like this. Oh my God, smoke break. Oh my God, I got to eat something. Oh my, they're like this. Oh, it's like this squirrel. They're looking at their phone, stuff like that. All right. Next question.
Unfortunately, a lot of them don't really know what to do because they just haven't had the training. And they just don't do anything.
Which is, again, leaving an animal inside an abandoned house after you arrest them, that's a flag. That's a huge...
When they're dead, or when they go to the hospital.
Yeah. Especially when they go to the hospital, it's like, who's caring for the animal? You feel me? Do you have a next of kin? Blase, blase. And I try to tell everybody to have some type of paperwork, where it's abandonment paperwork. Say you can't go inside and get fluffy right then and there. But at least leave something posted on the door, 24, 48, 72, or whatever, and then say, we're going to come in and take your dog if you don't contact us within that time. You know what I'm saying? All right, next question, guys. Favorite food to cook or eat?
Steak.
That was quick.
Yeah. I make Korean bibimbap really good, so I like to cook that.
Celine?
And I am a baker.
Oh, see, so I don't have patience for baking, and I'm gonna keep checking. So my whatever, it'll just go down because I'll mess up everything. I don't have patience like that. Y'all see I post one of my food, stuff like that. I'm a prepper. I'm a meal prepper, stuff like that. For a steak and everything, what's your best cook?
Not picky, as long as it's medium rare.
Tomato, rare, all day.
Rare? Hold up, bleeding?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Around the plate with a knife and a fork. Yeah.
Okay. Band-Aids and gauze. Okay, I know that next time I... Okay, got another one. Okay, left to right. Have you ever fucked up a case?
Yes. Everyone's fucked up. They know then there's something wrong with you. Well, maybe not us, but like your prosecutor. The prosecutors. They've done quite a few like that. If I'm being honest.
So question with that being said,
like giving back animals to people that shouldn't probably get them back, or like actually going through with a full cruelty conviction and like, but here's your dogs, don't do it again.
Or not giving them back fixed. Your prosecutor did that. And then we busted him a year later and raided his house again.
See, okay, so that leads into something else. Okay, so you have the in service for the officers and the police. Do you have in service for your prosecutors?
No. I mean, thankfully, ours isn't as bad as probably Roxanne's making him out.
Yeah, no, it's just this one case. It's just one case.
He retired from Wayne County
He's amazing.
doing murder trials and stuff for
He's
25 plus
years.
years.
Like, he answers the phone to us 24 hours. He'll give us this report. I mean, he's great. Good. It's just that one case in particular. Unfortunately, some of the prosecutors don't really understand the whole process. You have to train them. And it's as soon as you get them trained, they retire.
Or they move to another position.
Exactly. And then you have to restart the process again, which is really frustrating.
Yeah, when we had animal cruelty task force, they was in our circle. So we would talk to the Solicitor General and we talked to the prosecutors at both levels for misdemeanors and felonies, Superior Court. So we just had a good time and everybody was on point. And if they had any questions, even their investigators, they say, hey, what is this? And we explain it. Because you say BCS and they say, okay, who is BCS? And they think it's like, a different type of football game. BCS, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So you have to explain the charts and stuff like that to them and why this is bad and what have you. All right.
Very fortunate because we all get to work really closely with our prosecutors. Yeah. Some of the cities around here don't even know their prosecutors or work with them closely. So we, like I said, we're
like
very
county
fortunate
animal
that we know them well.
Right, there's so many prosecutors in the county.
Yeah.
Because Wayne County is so big, most of our animal control here is individual cities or townships.
And so I had to get used to that because, I worked in the county and then I worked in a city. Big difference. Big difference. And then I'm back with a county now. Huge difference. And again, every county is different. Every law department is different at how they see things, and to me, a lot of them don't look at animal cruelty crimes as a priority, and because we have to deal with living evidence, right? That's going to get better, get worse, or go crazy, if you seize it.
Or be costly.
And
that's a lot of the problems. When it gets costly, they like to just push these cases through because of the cost sometimes.
And do you guys do the cost of care that the person has to pay for the animal while it's in custody? Okay. All right. I think that's one of the best laws because it's kind of a newish law in the last 10 years. I like that because you don't have to foot the bill because they have to pay restitution and all that stuff up front. You know what I'm saying?
We even had one case in particular. We got the wages for the animal because with our court cases, we don't allow the animals to go into foster homes or to leave the shelter.
Okay.
So the extra enrichment time for a person to spend with that dog one-on-one, getting it outside of the cage but still within the shelter.
Okay.
We got the wages paid back in restitution.
Oh, it's not.
The extra time it took to make sure that the dogs were not going kennel crazy in that.
What's wrong, Rox?
I was like, which one was that?
Okay. Because
the Sussex and the Gold with Mary Gabriel.
All right. Okay? Your favorite place to visit? Your favorite place to visit or vacation?
I liked Alaska and Iceland. Anywhere that's cold. I like the snow. I don't like sweating. Anything over like 65 is miserable.
That's Brandon. That's Brandon talking.
Kentucky. I like to visit my friends in Kentucky, and we do all the bourbon tours.
Okay, 10-4.
I don't know, man. I'm a single mom. I don't get to travel a whole bunch.
So nothing. So you guys
weekend trips.
So no exotic trips. No exotic place you want to go. Greece, nothing like that. Hawaii.
Maybe I would like Tahoe.
I would like to go to Africa.
Africa depends on which part of the country. Because it gets.
But I'm more into trying to see if I can get killed by a large animal or something because I'm gonna do something stupid and try to pet one.
Okay.
I'm on vacation. I'm like, I don't see no animals. Unless it's an aquarium, that's it.
Oh, come on. You wouldn't pet an elephant if you got the chance. Not in Africa. They're running around free, no.
Well, I think the best aquarium is going to be Tennessee Aquarium. Okay. Oh, it's not. It's really nice. It's really nice. It's in the city of Chattanooga.
Is it close for the
our little shindig next year.
What? I don't know. Is it?
I don't know.
No, I don't know.
We'll find out.
Okay.
Atlanta's
was nice.
Atlanta
It was okay. It was, to me, it was too much glitz and glamour and stuff like that. I mean, it was okay. It was like, because I used to live in Atlanta, so I was like,
We did have a lot of fun doing the alligator sanctuary class where we got to jump on alligators and take their mouths.
Yeah, I'm not about that life. Yeah, go ahead with that. Only time I like alligators, alligator bites with the little sauce on the side. That's about it.
No, you gotta do that training.
You know. Rocks. It's not gonna happen.
You need to. It's amazing.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, swipe left with that shit. Are you a great teammate?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say it depends on who the teammate is.
Like three all day.
Do I get to choose my teammates? But if I'm forced in a situation with somebody I do not want to participate with, I would say no.
The answer for Carrie is no. With us because she gets very mean. She truly does. Like, I'm a yeller, right? If I'm training someone and I need you to do something, I'm going to yell at you to do it because we need to get it done. Everybody needs to be safe. Let's go.
Okay.
Carrie just mean sometimes. That's okay, but just if you know her, you know she's harmless. But if you're
Carrie's
like
matter of fact.
Yeah, if you're first time meeting her, you're like, God damn.
Matter of fact.
Well, my thing is, I see how you guys work together. Y'all work well together.
Yeah.
I mean, really well.
Cohesive.
Yeah.
We don't even have to
Well-oiled
talk.
machine.
Yeah. We don't even
You know
have
what?
to
It makes
talk.
it a lot easier. So they started, and I trained them. So they're kind of trained the way that I like it. But then they've got better, and they venture off their own way and change it up the way that they want it. But we all know we got each other's backs no matter what. What we're walking into doesn't matter if shit hits the fan or not. It's going to get handled.
Yeah, we're all us.
So that's very comfortable when you all work that well together.
Because there's some ACOs I will not call. I won't call you. I'm sorry.
And that's what I mean when I say if we're put into a situation where we don't get to choose our team members or we're like forced to work with other people, we're probably just going to go do it ourselves and pretend like it's
Not
there.
fair. Well, because like I don't like that I have to watch someone else. Like if I have to watch myself, watch the public, and then watch you to make sure your ass doesn't get bit, I can't do it. I'm sorry. Let me do it by myself. I got it.
So it took me a while to be a team player. I'm the typical New Yorker with a chip on his shoulder. Says, I got this. Get out my way. I got this.
Right.
But, when you work with a big agency, you can't be like that. You have to kind of like trust. And then when you elevate yourself to supervisor or team leader or something like that, you have to know how to delegate. That was one of the hardest things for me to do because I was there saying, I was like Roxy, like, look out the way. You know what I'm saying? Okay. But you have to, at sometimes, woo-saw and say, okay, listen, dumbass. I'm sorry. Listen, officer, whatever. And then, say, okay, this is what you need to do. And let them mess up. That was another thing. It was hard to for me to watch somebody mess up. But that's why I believe in training inside and then FTOing. You know what I'm saying? I love teaching inside scenarios on the board, PowerPoint, and then we go get to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because I think it works pretty well. All right. Are you guys a dog person or cat person, and why?
Dog.
But that was quick. So,
I'm allergic to cats.
okay.
No, wait.
It's just sucks.
I'm allergic.
I'm sorry. They shit in your house.
Nothing. They're not cat people.
All right. So, okay. With that being said, that was an easy ace, and let's talk. We got a few more minutes before I let you guys go. Do you guys have a chaining or a tethering law?
Yeah, I do.
How do you enforce it?
So I made our chaining ordinance. So basically, you cannot tether your dog unless you have like a 3-lot backyard, right? So you can only if your dog is tethered, it has to be 3 times the length of its body from the tip of the nose to the end of the tail. I changed that from our state. And then a tethered dog can't come within 5 feet of a property line.
Okay.
So if you have a Rottweiler, you're going to have like a 24-foot chain, and
Right.
then every backyard in my jurisdiction is 30 feet across.
Okay.
So essentially, it's almost impossible.
Okay.
It has to be like swiveled on both ends. It has to be a stake in the ground with a swivel. It's very it's a lot.
What do you think about the anti tethering or anti chaining?
I'm for it.
100%.
Yeah.
Okay.
I am gonna say one thing though. Honestly, the mean dogs were a lot easier to catch when they were on the chain though. I'll say that right now. There's sometimes where I'm like, ooh,
A chain dog's an easy dog.
a chain dog is the easiest dog to catch.
You know,
It's the pros and cons, I think, to of it. I'm going to play devil's advocate because I've done it for a long time. There are some people that do properly tether their dog because they're fence jumpers, and they don't leave them out for hours. And then we have the dogs that are totally chained up and horribly treated.
Right. But
So-
those I feel like are the ones who don't get calls on.
Yeah, you
Our
don't get
state
calls.
law is near impossible to enforce on tethering
Right.
now.
Yeah.
Because it's so, like,
Vague.
well, but it's too detailed into a maximum 3 hours with 30-minute breaks for so many, like,
How do
your
you-
time
yeah.
frame, it can be outside, then with a break time, and then a total number of hours it can be on the chain in a 24-hour period. Like, unless you're sitting there for 24 hours, how do I know how long it's been on a break? And how do I know, you know what I mean? If it was out there and then I'm going to sit there and tally up all the minutes? No.
You know-
The lock up too mudded up.
Yeah.
you know, I remember I had to enforce because we have an anti-tethering law here. It's very difficult to enforce. I'm not gonna lie to you. I do like the putting the dog on a zip line from tree to tree.
Yeah.
And you know, if you do it responsibly for a good period of time, I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, but because I think the dog has to get some exercise, and sometimes you don't have all day to watch it, and everybody doesn't have a fence. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's something it can't get tangled up. You know, stuff like because I get why. You know.
Understandable, yeah. That's when you're like, all right, But like I said, I don't get calls for stuff like that. I get calls for dogs on tow hauler chains that are 2 feet long.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where it's like wrapped around a tree.
Right.
Then I'm like, that's not.
All right, I got another question for you guys. Enforcement versus warnings. When do you enforce the ordinance, or when do you give somebody a warning? I know they're about the same. When do you give somebody a ticket, and when do you give somebody a warning?
Honestly, it just depends. I've gone out to houses where their attitude's on 10 and they're not like being compliant. Cool. I was here to give you a warning, but now you want to act up, you get a ticket.
Carrie, about the same?
We normally give
I
everybody
mean, the way
a
somebody
warning
treats
once.
you in return, or the way they answer the door, and the way that they speak to you, definitely plays a factor into how I'm going to treat them back.
Yeah.
Right.
Because you know me, I have.
Well, you get one warning, you can consider this the one warning.
I always say, like, I think I got into like an argument with like an old man the other day because his dog was running down the street, and I just stopped him like, hey, you can't have your dog, it needs to be on a leash. And he's like, my dog can go wherever the fuck he wants. And I was like, okay, cool, so here's your ticket, because I'm not gonna sit here and argue with you.
I back in the day, I used to light people up. I mean, Lord Vader. I used to just say, go out there, dun, 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 just light people up. I was talked to by my homegirl Leanne. She's like, dude, you can't lock everybody up. You can, but it's one of those things where I try to educate. I really try to educate, investigate, and eliminate them. I try to educate as best as possible and give them an option.
And that depends how receptive they are. You could talk to you blue in the face, and sometimes it's just going in one ear and not the other.
Right. If I go to your house 2 times, you're definitely getting lit up this time. I promise you. The first time I'm like, knock and talk, hi, I'm here to do a welfare check. If the dog is like healthy and clean and it's just neighbor issues, cool. Go get a license in 10 days. And then if I come back and they don't got a license, it's...
Yeah. I gotta have you guys back on to do compliances and how you guys go about compliance and follow up, stuff like that, because and then how it leads from a regular complaint to a neglect to a cruelty. You know what I'm saying? Because there's sometimes it's just not. You can see it coming. You know what I'm saying? You can see it coming, and like when they're they don't listen, they're not responsive of you trying to holler at them like, listen, dumbass. I don't want you to get in trouble.
Yeah.
And sometimes people surprise you.
Yeah, like Flex. Flex is over.
Yeah, and my German Shepherd's in those crates.
Tell
them once, and then the dogs disappear. Problem solved.
We just had a lady who she was doing home rescue and had 30 some odd cats and 2 dogs in her house and a bunch of kids, and the house was horrible.
Shocked.
And we went in and said, listen, you got 10 days to straighten this up. If you don't straighten it up, we're going to take everything in your house.
And call CPS.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? Went back, sparkling clean house. You can eat off the floors if you like.
I mean, wash the baseboards,
Everything.
everything.
It's the best. That's the house I pulled a search for. I remember that guy was such a dick.
When they comply and they actually listen to you, because you tell them, listen, this is exactly what's happening to you if you do not comply.
When they listen, you're like, God damn.
Yeah.
Listen, people do that?
Yeah. Like when I go on follow-ups, it's rare that people things are still in the condition,
Right.
you know, on an issue. I go over like this, because I'm a big caller. I will call you ahead. I say, listen, I'm coming in because I don't want to drive out and you're not there. I'm very upset. Okay, I still get attitudes, so I'm like, hey, I'm coming by tomorrow. Tomorrow's still good. It's time. Everything's good, right? Now when I come out there,
It's not good.
I'm like this. Oh, okay, and I'm like all the way up, you know.
Right.
And they're like this. Well, maybe you can give me some more time. Swipe left, okay? And all I do is like this, okay? I start doing the what was it? The count on Sesame Street. 1, 2, I just start lighting their ass up. But I believe people, if you give them a chance, most of the time, they'll try to fix it. Maybe not to the level. And I don't mind working with people, and I don't mind giving somebody an extra week. You know what I'm saying? If they call me and say, hey, need a little bit more time, I'm like this. Okay, cool. You know what I'm saying? But don't make me drive way out there and you ain't do nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
My license compliance changed pretty good about 15 years ago because I actually just started telling my residents, you will get a ticket in 10 days.
Yeah, I
Do not get a license.
I'm always like, oh, my computer will automatically generate it. Property, it does that.
So we get such great compliance because we just tell them, you will get a ticket in 10 days. This is not a question about it. You're getting a ticket in 10 days.
All I gotta do is comply.
They all comply, most of us. Very few of ours don't anymore.
Not mine.
I'm
Mine don't
pretty
listen
good
to
about
me at
saying,
all.
I'm pretty good about telling them exactly what is going to happen to you. And this is not going to vary, is what I tell them. This is what's going to happen if you don't do A.
I appreciate you guys coming on the show. I appreciate you guys sharing some of your stories and everything. It's going to be Shalene, Carrie, and Rox. And please listen to this episode. I'm talking about my do and dudettes. I'll send you a link when I edit this and when it's coming out. Talk to you guys later. Appreciate everybody being there, and everybody's on time. I mean, you guys are like that, though. Y'all guys are. All right, guys. Holla back at you. Y'all take it easy.
Be safe.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, and stop. And that's a wrap. Greatly appreciate everybody tuning in. It was a pleasure. I always have fun talking my stories and all that good stuff. So again, tune in to dfutcs.com. Don't F up the crime scene. Holla back at you guys later.